Natural real hair extensions for any type or colour. Organic ammonia-free hair care products and makeup for darker skin. Plus authentic Italian leather handbags and shoes. African Hair Braids, Vernon Street.
Wacha muodho de wakodai around the world, and ma fa ma char jung ror kana we ma ke pan chal Melbourne, we cha mozo ko America, we cha mozo ko Canada, we cha mozo ko Europe, we cha mozo ko Junub Sudan, ku jela East Africa. Kana e TV bor pan Australia. Barnami da na kula e barnami te ka rate. Abi wa jam ne ka kwon dal wog no Australia. Ka kwon dal wog Australia ju rate pan Australia changalan kanun bi. Ku pan Australia chang kelang service ji ke loitin ku service kaka achini bu ka di lwel kultok ay ke lwel one by one ku kay ke lwel in need ku kay ke lwel ne service ne ci gwire ko la service na ne kul bu jamtin a community social services in Australia in ka bi jamtin kurane ne bo le kana e kamanda e dictor William Abur ran kenen ka bo yok pan Australia ne i services ke gamade te tang Australian ci man yu citizen baiten doctor de e bibe community service ku ka ba de lu explain ala tang we kenelon to queen elon to masters ku kelon to entin welcome Dr. Abur.
Thank you, Martin, in Challenge for the opportunity and again, and for the work that you are doing in the community. First of all, I could more in Tofi Melbourne in TV can Chibanial show Bagaloy Kaye TV can board community. I wanted to give you my appreciations, Kawe community, and also the committee, the people who came up with that idea. I have seen some of the culture when you did the introduction, the music, and it took me back to our culture, and I enjoy it. I enjoyed the music, the way that those, the women that were performing, the way they dress. I really love it, and that is a culture that we should hold on as a society. Kupal ku kok kawun chi lui alu ke ga pol ku chi kawun lui kalum ku kan yam ko kawun yet community twen kalum ku na ye ka dan ter ko chi lui ka nyeng chen. So um so that bring me back to the your point of introduction. So Martin, thank you for the introduction. My background is in social work, so I'm specialized in social work. I teach in social work. I lectured in social work. I'm also, specialized in mental health. So those are the areas that I'm very much my area of services. So for some of you in the community, Niki Lonadi and Chulu in this area for many years. Koiko Katofi is Apurgawar in places such as Kakuma, they know me, that I have worked in that area for many years as well. So today, I came to discuss some of the social services that are available or community services that are available for us as a community in Melbourne, community in South Sudanese in Melbourne. We know that the Daman talks in a very critical time. Is a critical time that pandemic, actually lockdowns. So many people are being locked in their houses because of pandemic. Sometime you would find that uh, the whole family well kachinan labi because whether one person is sick in that family, then you are has not kachinan level. Now, for our in Australia, Australia is a welfare country, a welfare country where there are a lot of services that are provided in your community, whether individual assistance or a community group assistance. One of the example for us as South Sudanese community, we do have organizations that are funded. They are funded for us. If, for example, if you live in Windham or you live in Melton or you live in the other side of Dandenong or the other side of the northwest, you would find some of the organization at Sinten. Those organizations are being funded by the government. Aika yewo by Ukuma. Weuka, I will agree you be a community as support. So you are entitled, Kaikwa, you are entitled to benefit from those services based on the assessment in Below 10 yin. So whether a COVID, chipandu, lockdown, kwachinti yogin services in, you have right to call those kakoi services. I can be given coin. So the point that we the community lon adien dukurut felway uh, seek for help. They any problem one then any issues that you are facing during this difficult time of COVID-19. Kayin in a you need to ask for some of the services that are available, such as Junubi Windom, for example, in Windom City Council, there is an organization called Junubi Windom. Junubi Windom is for South Sudanese that delivered the services to South Sudanese. If you go to Melton site, there is a CMY, and that is funded by the government to deliver services to any families of South Sudanese. It's the same thing on the other side of Dandenong. There is that organization which is run by CMY. So it's been managed by CMY, but quite losing Ajunubin. They are our people that are being employed there. So those people should deliver services to you guys if you need help. That moved me to some of the mainstream services. So these services, Chakalwelka, Agakwa, they are our own services as a community. But the mainstream services are also available. So you are not being titled only for the services you can fund it for our community, but you can also benefit from other mainstream services if you need help. Now, the way it work in Australia, the Chitin and Louisin, it based on the case, on your case, on your scenario, the way that you present your case. Then you would find somebody that meet you and make that person will make assessment and then give you what you want. Whether a laptop made into React, for example, you may have because a lot of kids are learning at home or a iPad of made in React and you need the iPad, then you should approach those services so that you can be funded, you can be given help with the iPad because we want those kids to learn. Ashu which room is big rare, so we want them to learn. And that is the work of this. I sit in one of the committee, especially in Wyndham. So I sit in the committee and that is one of the things that I advocate for. That young people, families, if any family that have problem in terms of laptop, then they need to be supported. If any family that is affected by COVID-19, then they need to be supported. Uh, so those are the services in our community. So we need to be open, embrace those opportunities. Kubigo bi ogla tweng, and we can hold on our the challenges that we could face as a society. Alubukega navigate. We can navigate those points through seeking help, through seeking services. That's a point that I wanted to make today. But I will be open for people to ask questions, to come up with some of the questions that they want to ask. I will also touch area of mental health. As we know, COVID-19 brought up a lot of stress, a lot of challenges. Many people are struggling. Many people are sick. Because of lockdown, many people lost their job. So mental health issues are arising in a higher level, compared to the previous years. And there are mental health services available in Victoria, for example, or in Melbourne, such as Beyond Blue is one of the services that deliver support, support young people or support people that need mental health services. So when I say mental health, I don't mean that when you are clinically diagnosed, and then that's where you seek for mental health. That is not the best way. The best time for you is when you say, you realize that there is a bit of a stress, whether it is stress at work or a stress at home because of lockdown or because of whatever. Those little things, you need to talk to somebody. You don't need to wait for accumulative stress can lead to the serious issues in your life. And life is very difficult. Life is tragic. Life is a struggle. So you have to be smart. You have to be too smart to navigate to deal with challenges in life, because there are a lot of challenges that life brought. Whether whether it is sickness, whether it is family problem, whether it is you know workplace problem, whether it is a problem from overseas. Those back home people are your relative are struggling or something happened. Those issues can give you stress, can give you some challenges in life. But we are here to empower the community to ensure that people can be open to the services, and people can be open to seek for help. That is our job. That's why there are what so called intellectual members in the community. So intellectual members is to be able to come out and point out some of the areas that are useful for the society, and then it's up to the society will decide. Individual will decide to participate, to seek for help. That's what research is, in other words. So I do a lot of research in this area. I do research in mental health. I do research, um, in social science, for example, in area in my area of social work where I work. So that's that's my area of expertise. So I wrote, recently I wrote an article which just came out, last week, or about the high rise, lockdown in Melbourne, when some of our families or community were locked down in the high rise. So I wrote an article about it, so to point out what the government should have done better in terms of supporting the community, and what need to be done next time if such situation happen. Ke ngolo beloi achan be community bu coin. What preparation that need to be done? In other words, I'm talking about people need to be prepared. You cannot just throw people on something without preparing them. So awareness, awareness raising, advocating for services, advocating on behalf of the community. That is our job, in this sector. So I will leave it there, Martin, and feel free to throw whatever question that you have. You are mute. You are on mute.
Okay. We go to little break, little bit, and then come back. Doctor, we come back. Alang ko ke pejban, ko alang ko ke kin to ne tueng ne golin jamdu. Alang very important ne the service. Lang ibaga ba dopin service to in Windang
Mm.
Bell, ku service
Yep.
to in Milton, ku ja service to in Danino.
Yep.
Service kaka akor ba ke dopin yung service ye ke indi ke gam ko ne the
Okay.
start of pandemic. That why ka
Okay.
ka akor ba ke dopin kurin ken yada. And the one
Okay.
group in Melton, and other one is CMY and
Yep.
in Melton, and CMY in
So,
Dandenong.
Koji, there was a huge funding 3 years ago, or 3 years or whatever. There was a huge funding ago South Sudanese community because of our problem issues kwanka. That funding achi area chuman Wyndham City Council kujela Brimbank where the Melton belong kujela yi Dandenong Kesi I chika tax in the tow group was in the tow community families was in. Now in Wyndham or Iben News where I sit we kadang chukben chak chukben well, okay, let's come up with an organization ko en organization kan bi chol ngo go ku ben nyal ke bo madim ko junubin. So we call that organization Junubi Wyndham. Koi Luisin, akai kwa, a Junubin ke ga Luisin. So ke alui, they work with young people, ke alui ke families. Families when the issues can when lui. They also work with individual. Like somebody looking for job ko with support ko ngoben kalobela. During COVID-19, they also delivered, services such as food delivery. You could deliver 10 families when take a lockdown, take a lock in their home. Watching and Bella shopping. Uh, if you call them, it is their job. They should be able to deliver food for you. So, kak aka community. These are the services for the community. Hello, Shadrach. Uh, Shadrach is a great friend of mine. It has been a long time, Kokeyok. Melton also needs services. It has got services. Those services are run by our own people, and they deliver the same services like food, like iPad, um, computer, use program, individual support. Aka talk okay. Individual support taban tenuk in our community is when you go and talk about some of your private matters, and you wanted to discuss with the individual, and maybe you want which be going for whatever reason. Kaka are services kwa. They are available for our community. They are also in other side of Dandenong and Kesi, the same services. So yeah, kuwij balwel tene ya lwel our society, our people, let's not hold back too much. Let's also be open and embrace the opportunities that are available. Yes, in Australia it is challenging, but there are also opportunities that are available in Australia. So I encourage people, our people, not to suffer silently, but also be seeking help. For those service in those services that are available.
War mangwang yo yo kamanam dul jare yi jambe nya biak jambia kana hate awar ba yenge kalya be dana tengyo yenge wong bulwe wamani nya ba ye jama ule ko yi jambe nya biak jambia kana hate awar ba yenge kalya be dana tengyo
which about most of I was here and my Machar Jungrur in Melbourne, Australia. What the Achua Jam, what the Achua Chadon Barnamida, one Dr. William Abur. Dr. William Abur, one of the community service government in Australia. Ni Melbourne ni tawatin ne yen langi categories kadiak to organization ko to kakatin one organization to na Windham Bell. Kata Windham Bell yen service ye ke gam I service ye ke gam ko kai privately ko kana cha COVID-19 na chidam ka kalang service ye ke gam mendu ku to sukuli kulen kan wanen ko ji to lockdown ke learning distance kor iPad or kor laptop ke ko ke ay ko kwany yen ay chay junubi Windham Bell organization kana to kan work Windham Bell the same things ku the same service attorney Malton chay CMY organization kana attorney Malton ko kwany ci man ci COVID-19 man ko ju jare dam ko to Windham Bell ku jela ko to ne Malton ku jela ka miska school ku jela len ku dunwanin ke kay jala discuss privately organization ke rana lu ka funded kuma do Australia ka lu ka funded wo wato lakini akorbe ke gam in a ngade in a good way by istafid minno fana la ngana mishkila to danino kato Malton kato Windham Bell or to anywhere kini man Junuba Sudan, please contact these people en kay dictor en kay elwel dictor ba de benyal before ma ban dictor benyal ran ba welcome en ya bram garang kol ci technology ci loy mat dictor William Abur yimi de kin ba ba de ki la tuen wona other topic kren ya chu to la chu exhausted binu organization to around Melbourne service gam kaka COVID-19 kujela kaka school kujela your own private problem please contact them and address them organization kaka ay atone western suburb kujela eastern suburb Abraham Garangkol biba motia da kuin bela tueng another topic.
Thank you.
And Dr. Abur in chav lake in chav ba mot it's supposed but from the beginning in there kayen an ne chiaran chitwan ke ko ka jure la de ra chen ko cha nan ja to telephone ji dwek de to win men tin twan ko cha department.
Let's hope that you are okay, Abraham, because that is one of the things that I'm in jumping because last book I am a jackal gonna think, but I can sub.
No. So so yen taban we ko ja ke mo we ja ke le and ben chi we ben ko tune chi we ka tune in chan ni kuman thai ya kul and ni wa information ni wa ga gam ka community chan bu community be le yo ngolo bu ka kon ni situation chi ta wa tin unfortunately ci ben be ya bayaran tung the victims and it is good now chan ba ben go ka go tingi adalana daga yena okay
yep
yen we ko suppose war bunaran bi ku ada Sydney suppose bu loy last week bunaran bi ku Sydney chan yen these areas in Melbourne kan Sydney I aka lockdown rate kuna ji lockdown rate ka nan kai ko dal non ke lu birio ja le balwel ka la elo yala ke te da ke la lui na la elo yala ka ke la tata de na la elo yala ke te da ba wa la loy so ke ne ne ka yen pya bi wo ka ran kirman ni diktora bur bi wo ken bay kan diktora bur wa ku ne tok Melbourne Victoria University
yes Victoria University
so wa ku ne tok so lo ngadi da jabu la ki dol ku le PhD de le loy in that research kula coach one my masters so social work and community development anong units ka yiga chair
Yeah.
So we sometimes sit in one class and then sometimes we never see each other. So
Yeah.
so it is nice to see you again, and
Thank you.
happy chan cha our invitation cha gam chan kichanyi indicator in your specializing area. A good can buy and kajen ka benefit the pay chen
Mm.
nga ya pay e be kichinyi bi ala jor bi win ko
Yeah.
being a jala la them de. So ala bale we ko and okay uh kiji jal dung arur ga ye yena tour but kinan ba lo ya chan ane chi tom chan ba lewe
Mm.
an chi tom an chi tuk pe nin kada pe nin tiat yak pe dik en ge go au en ge thokan so dum are ni jelen adom go yo so but abi wak jam
Oh,
Friday one of doctors so we will talk more about it
mm.
on Friday or on Sunday one with the doctors so man thioke in dictor kinyi
Mm.
in the core walking babble walk kiman ne
Yep.
cherma puzzle and then we will pick it up from there
Yep.
so you are
Um.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Abraham in Chalajaret. Benchin Ben Kujala launching Kadang Chinechir Kaok Chanin Leja Pai. You see, Kaloirut, uh, this issue and talks in a COVID and a young child COVID-19 one you could dollar you are that kamiko cultural, but that is not true. It's just at the door. Cái achi ben mai ko kuna chi mai ko ke piat buk nyin tit rot ko community buk nyin tit rot ko family buk nyin tit rot ko society lona dien naderan the family to michilai ka services won jan ka jamtin ka elwanden they have to do this because we watch you kuma kagam. There's a huge funding that is available. You know, she government she government Gambi multicultural community group big supported those services, those funding. Actually, look at your community direct, but I can your organization. Chirika could be community big local. So actually in lockdown, ku family do chi yok we actually belo big lum telephone ku yob ke kai ka because kai luisin a kai kwa yob ke ku len family di chi lockdown ku men ya wuji cha ku aran wuji ge chai and wuji ge chai bi yenan wala kadang abi ka be ku te ke pin utso ku baka ku jalo mit baka jalo mi adot ken ladim bug loy we kai kwa wa chi rot palwe bo kai rot palwe ku kakato ladim bug are reaching out. You can also reach out to some of your friends family members ke ale ba ke ri kulelan ci twany ko ay o lockdown na de ku wi kale ba ke yop or ba ke tax le viran le bla hoy tenin ku ba ku te o to ko kalas ku legin ku dun won kor ka jabe ka to to kalas ku log lo tin ba ku du bebe. That's how we could take care of one another. The role be ko ci ko I mean be akim bi ke jamzin is about vaccine. Lona di yes we let them book labo tom bukoy tom so that na latwang le dom ka chi go tiam fe lag na la ka yes panakim taban na iran won ke tom ka tiam ret kuna iran won chi tom ka tek tiam de ka chi le tiam fe so those areas are let them community buke ga te de we community bi ka where do community go for help chit mi da kwen ke bai ka bi ka wi mis ke ga ju pe kuna chin lockdown na deal bu family du ba cholo bi ma you call Those kids deserve, they deserve help. They deserve help from those services one chakal well. So wet can about ya can show gamsin one there. Um, area in which be and jamsin area lonadi uh, life is challenging and it's tragic if we don't um, if you don't handle it well. It can be tragic. It can be tragic in which way? Not only to, it can cause a lot of problem in your, in your family, in yourself, and that can lead to the serious problem. And we know, uh, you know, some of the kachirud loy, keka when tragics that should be controlled, có cái coi ban cả khi cái control chứ mình win cái chứ là mình có cái là in a jail mình có cái to in trouble like last week we lost almost 6 young people in kadang in car accident. So that is a tragic life kage fear ka bay. So we must learn how to adjust ourselves lebugro the just kidi, so that we can, the society, we need to adjust every time. Like COVID-19 is been now, people are adjusting themselves how to live, with COVID, and that has been a work in Chikoito Chirman, online learning, online teaching, open a part of life adjustment. So community, we need to learn how to adjust some of the things that we need to. One thing that we need to do is, yes, we must take care of ourselves. We must look after ourselves. We must not put ourselves in a situation that can cause stress. We must not provoke each other. Bugrut provoke for the thing that does not bring any help to us as a community or to us as an individual. We must avoid anything that can cause stress and and is not useful in people's life. We can avoid that. That's part of the adjustment, and we need to live. We need to learn how to live on this thing. So situation talks in a very different environment. Actually, environment down there were, either in South Sudan or in Africa. Area talks in a very advanced world. Is a world of, opportunities and challenges. Like in individual, I pull to make choices, but you have to make your choice, a right choices. Sometime mislead, and this is one of the areas that I'm working in. Actually, I'm writing a book on this. So you would find that um, Western world one BO, we were told, uh, we were taught much about our right, but we are not taught about responsibilities. So in my research, I've learned that right without responsibility is useless. You cannot claim that it is my right and it is my right to do this without taking responsibility. So we must teach our children not to teach them about their right, but we teach them about responsibilities. Where do responsibility belong? So once somebody knows a responsibility, and responsibility is not a big thing. It's to take care of yourself. Take your own responsibility. For example, as individual, how would I take care of myself? I'm responsible for myself, and what do I need to do to ensure that I'm taking care of myself so that I don't end up, in trouble. I don't end up in a bad situation. So that's part of the thing that we must learn as a community or as a society, and we must teach our children on those values, values of responsibilities, values that are attached with some of the responsibilities, not the values that say it is my right to go out at night if I want. It is my right to go to the, whatever parties. It is my right to say, you know, if the government said you are locked down, it is my right to go out and do whatever I want. That is not, is not a good way of, of bringing up young people or society. So, point with Balweltin, uh, I'm writing a book. I said the book that I'm writing at the moment is actually, I'm not doing it for a benefit of others, but I'm doing it for, well, two things. One, I'm doing it, preparing it, because I know that I have children and my children are going to be teenagers. And when they are teenagers, one of them is teenager already, but the rest will come. They are coming in. So I want to prepare this book for them, so that when they are, teenagers, or when they are 20 something, they must know that there is nothing to do with right without responsibilities. So they must really know that, yes, I can have right to do this, but I also have a bigger responsibility to ensure that I do it properly, and I don't do it in a way that I can say to my dad, "Oh, it's my right, I go and do that." No. And I am also writing about the challenges in life, how people can take care of themselves. How do you navigate, the life? How do you collaborate with others, with other people? How do you choose the right friend? Kaka kega kaka,
Yeah,
uh, I hope I don't know how long it will take me because
yeah, no, but
for
and
that,
we
brand.
went in, I just need to compliment some of points. Okay, Chaka
Yep.
mentioned, and one of them is that it is not business as usual.
Yes. Good point. Good,
So
Abraham. Good word. Good choice.
yeah,
Yeah.
so anong wanene bi in 2019, well, the well new order has arrived. So now, for sure, a new well order now, because you don't do it as you used to do things,
Mm,
and we don't follow the things the way you used to follow them. Because I live in Warm and Thioke, so Department of Health and Human Services now worked in now in controlling
mm,
everything. Um, Plus business people behind them there. So the point I will can right and responsibility is being a bigger things to non work. Uh, Ka wai ko ci ben bai to no wai ko ci cook. Chana le bin man ku ya le ba ham.
mm,
Ku ka lwel no yi lwel but in lui man ku ya lwel ham.
mm,
Uh, Chana tau ran but tau is stress
mm,
in such a situation. Kan yi jira na chano. Ku je la piadu na de jala bena le tikini rane tikini jari yok ye kan go baja yutin chana nong din bible ye kere tong de ni bori
mm,
le la
mm,
yen na wini pin ben be adun du ko bin ngoloy.
mm,
It is the same thing na jel bajar claim be yine kla wai ku ngati ya yur ku ka
mm.
yila. How will you enjoy the life actually?
Nothing.
So point in the end we need to look after each other book actually stressed yin by responsibility by looming lana daga yen and responsible
Mm,
yen ke chok de by your rights by ni how
mm,
can you play your rights.
mm,
It is a big thing. So thank you for that ngade word tagalwel kaka as such a business as usual we have to be seeking help wherever we can reach it.
mm,
Ladin bu wachen di la chuok bu wachen atar ku
mm,
kor ku pin bu ni ye kno le bu kon ye kno le bu larbi ye kno le bu en yen ki dien ban ki dien ti dir. So
mm,
we need to build bridges on ourselves to move on. That is a good point. Chana ko non ka ke cha ke gwir ke ba ke
yep.
ti ke yin we yo ke ne we ti la twen. So I cha ke ba ti te de la ben ke reputation ka che good for the point ke token yin ku yene kor wa kinwa as services
Mm,
are available.
mm,
How will we access them?
Yep.
ko individual ku ken abi wa de go ko ran long kirman ngadi long kirman New South Wales ya da
Mm.
because ko ta le to ku services that le bi ke ko ni ta kirgan yen ke chok de when we get these things, how can we approach them, and how can we let our families know?
Yep.
Chale ran ne kor ben long news was well chale yen when on way practical people where you are people in the what do we call it social work
Yep.
business.
Mm.
Okay, so cái yen in la yen clients ku clients kun ka
Mm.
they are not quite more to in more needs
Yep.
than the client to can yin ka, but they will never get that information from
Yes.
you. So it is
Yes.
better to come up, tell us, so that other people who may be benefiting
Yes.
from your service would reach you.
Mm.
Because tong da da no ko dir ai ran di ta yetem be man de be yo ku le yin man di ne bar yo ken ka le don't bother me ken ke lu
Mm.
rin ba ku le they don't want to talk
Yep.
ku jel met
Yep.
ka ti
Yep.
bat na
Don't
no
guide
ran
this.
tong jiem ka le la yo ku jam tong jiem instead bin la yu kere le ngali kwa ka chirka ka those kind of information
Yep.
ka ga por ke bu ga ni to ngin can Melbourne the most livable city of the world. But
Mm.
now Melbourne became the most locked down city of the world.
I know.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
ka
Mm.
chirka ken ge wa
Yes.
ka social services
Yes.
a good and ka disability ka
Mm.
chirka ka ani aru ke ga de bi wa ka na bu dil kor ko bu bay can be jam in those kind of areas.
Thank you.
African hair braids, natural real hair extensions for any type or colour. Organic ammonia-free hair care products and makeup for darker skin. Plus authentic Italian leather handbags and shoes. African hair braids, Vernon Street.
Thank you, Abram. Um, Abram in challenge fay point ke chake luel. You see the reason why we do this information awareness in Ukuloi is not because of the capable people in organ law, is because there are an quite vulnerable within the families, within the community. Koika, uh, people who are watching quite die are capable to help themselves. Your job is, and I wanted to to request you, your job is, if you know today running, if you know somebody within South Sudanese who is a victim of COVID-19, or is a vulnerable person, either in Windham Bell or in Melton or in whatever part in Tower and Kensington in Melbourne, there are services, services too. Those services like Louisina Kaikwa, they should be able to understand the need of this individual or that family. So your job is to make a referral to ensure that you reach out. Rin yen to chi iran to kun, kairan kan bela kun, kurana bela kun, and that is how the society is. So mana baran kan konye kol ku be ran chak uran war chakon ku le kun ku be bela kun mana wai community chugleo ka chuk ko ai rut ko nya the society. So lazim bu koy kwan bu nyin tit koy kwan won venerable koy kwan won ke tabanin koy kwan won ke niop koy niop a ke ga jam mo ka sin bu ke ngi ting bu ke ngi lo ro pet community without koy niop chi koy niop ting a che community la dim bu ko nyap ko kwan won ta banin bu ke ga ko yin lu ba ra re ya la ki na cha twan covid 19 ka yin nyot chen ni al bi ko we ka I will take payers I will ko ke lui chứ mình or in our community ko ja lui they have been they pay tax ake tax payers mane ke ga ke bele loy bu kala bi hukuma kala loy bien ko ko so ake we der yo gop awu ake yin ke le ma we ake we ken ke organization awu land ki hukuma kalwel yes ko lu ya ke tek ku be we ko nga ba kala loy bi ko that's how it work in western world so chini yo go bento as we said things are not there were business as usual. That's not how it is. We must learn how to adapt. Buga adapt the situation, adapting the environment, changing how things work. We must learn how to do that. But the key important thing, let's look after ourselves as a society. Let's take care of ourselves as families, individuals, as South Sudanese entirely. Do not do not cause. This is how you could do it. If you know that I'm here, I don't want to say anything that can harm anybody. Then you take a responsibility. you know that's part of the responsibility. Do not frustrate people. Yes, it's your right to talk, but be aware that there are some of the vulnerable people. You don't need to harm them, and there's no need to harm them. There's no need to challenge people to cause the stress. There's no need to cause all this kapapol, on karanga they are meaningless. They can kill a juak period. They are just causing a lot of problem like watching coin. So let's take a responsibility that we take care of one another. We take care of each other as a society. We adjust our life and we move on. We take opportunities to do the right thing, for things that can move us forward, not thing that lebigo yatien piet buga lui ka wen bog yat twen. And na kene is not adding anything in your life and is not changing anything in your life. Please, and it's causing harm either to yourself or to somebody closer to you or some other people. Please try to avoid it as much as you could. That is my request, as a for my request to the society, and that is how we can look after ourselves. uh, First of all, take a responsibility as an individual to take care of yourself. The more you take care of yourself, the better services that you can deliver. Lakin, if you don't take care of yourself, then you will not deliver the better services to the others, whether it's your family or or other friend or whatever. You won't be able to do the right thing. So first, um, you look after yourself, and then you can extend that to people that are closer to you, and and the society generally. That is how it works. So with that remark, I think I touched base. I This is connected to the mental health, and there are some services that are available in the area of mental health. And mental health, do not wait when the case becomes severe, when somebody become more depressed, or when it is in a level that either you become depressed, psychosis, and schizophrenia. When it is in a higher level, that's where we say, oh, achi chimiol or achi mumnyun or achi yena. But there are things that when it is in a level of stress, it can be managed. There is an intervention, and then you go back to your normal life. You seek help, and then go back to your normal life. So there's no need to wait until when it is become a severe matter, a clinical matter. and then you go and seek help. So we must learn how to seek for some of the support early for intervention.
Ay na pia da red dictor in chocolate pay kibura lo ya la summary be jal summarize because
Yes.
these are the great information that can benefit us whether kawa community or kawa individual.
Mm.
Um, so I beneficial, and that's why in the you work and Chirin core because we need experienced person uh, in those areas of services and also the external experiences as well. For can ki working leisure pay can ben TV the board community can TV the board community board community rot e kir ran ping tong monjang because
Mm.
Iran ping tong monjang ay la access tade in Lao kira you go Lao a level of live ku ping in.
Mm.
So we are just gathering information to a one focal point.
Yep.
Kubijala la jal, bijala la norana ban. Can watch radio
Mm.
individually.
Yep.
Na cha inyi kene dikra buri la ba in yo, but in yet
Mm.
where you work. But randa achi inyi kwachi inyi to luin tin. Kale bi ting but randa chal William Kalas to.
Mm.
But the rest of the information that token in chile biran beneath. So kachaga yen walkman they are going to benefit us and they are going to benefit our society as well. For akene lebi walking late for I know there are a lot to talk about, but could I
Mm.
wana waka you will
Yep.
know so so that be fit
Yep. Yeah.
can
Meaningful. Yes.
Iran
Mm.
koklo Iran ke for
Mm.
the summary below on what you just said in a
Yep.
short and then we book it.
Upon the rate. Upon the
Ringa
Abraham.
luang
Thank
luang
you.
loy ringa luang luang dia kebur majak dia kebur majak jang no wa kang jang no luang luang loy ringa luang luang dia kebur majak jang no wa kang jang no wa luang loy ringa luang luang dia kebur majak jang no wa kang jang no wa luang loy ringa luang luang dia kebur majak jang no wa kang jang no wa gudul goringa
Anakwini kawa ga chinyanya liga yendiru wani Uninyela kweka kinyaya atiampi na minyechia Kanalikake una belu wae kutajirana luwoj Anakwini kawa ga chinyanya liga yendiru wani Uninyela kweka kinyaya atiampi na minyechia Kanalikake una belu wae kutajirana luwoj Anakwini kawa ga chinyanya liga yendiru wani Uninyela kweka kinyaya atiampi na minyechia Kanalikake una belu wae kutajirana
Excellent. Excellent, Abraham. Upon the rate. Taban in kinin. In you you are a bit unwell, so Lailo and Benala taking rest. So three things I can get jumped in. I spoke about services. Services kicked out. Those services are to within areas kicked off families got in. And I had our families a laptop in Chiriak, 10 minutes, a iPad in Chiriak, 10 months. That may deserve a chance to have a new iPad or laptop. Could be organization can below organization NATO in Windom, because there is a Junubi Windom. NATO in Melton or Brimbanks, there is a CMY 33 Libu Coin. Quite did because when you did new pay, I will be quite a ninety bukega coin. Quali be organization call coin. Can row is
Yeah,
about ourselves
yeah,
mental.
CMY data in the east. Yeah,
So in the
in
east, yes, indeed,
southeast region. Yeah.
southeast region. Go, and also the South Sudanese Academics Society at all kadang achieve funded is been given some money also to deliver kadang COVID-19 kadang COVID-19 food delivery. So our organization level services ka level kalloy. So tenu ladim bugari out to those services. Kenero elon adi mental health. Ladim we must take care of ourselves and take care of our families, take care of as a society, and avoid anything that can cause stress during this difficult time. So al buka pol ke kasi nyon ka and let's look after ourselves as a society because things are very difficult at the moment. So there's no need to add another stress on top of what people are going through. The world is going through tough time, and especially Melbourne and Sydney, they are going through tough time now. So our families kekta ten lazim biya ka piadene kulwel so that could be barandu baya name telephone wala message ko chin kray global lagrot shan bokoy stress kenen ku wej balwel kenakar elona di let's adjust ourselves book you know adjust our way of living, and that's where in chan jamtin about right and responsibility responsibilities. There is nothing to do with you claim much about right. It's my right to do this, it's my right to do that. No. Yes, it is your right, but your right must be attached with the responsibilities. You must be responsible, whether to yourself or whether to any other person. So right and responsibility, reverse it. Put your responsibility first, and then right. In anything that you do, put responsibility first. So kaka ke aka chan ka jam tine kol ku wek community bor we acha leje fay pursa in chag yegan bagan invited chan baben jam ka wek chan wek leje fay dit. I thank the organizers. It's a beautiful TV show and a beautiful culture. You know the dance ke chakating ten ku jala diar ke kiruk ti ke ruksin. They were performing. It's a beautiful community, beautiful people. I wanted to thank you all, and I wish you the safe and and a good night at this time. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Thank you.
Natural, real hair extensions for any type or colour. Organic, ammonia-free hair care products and makeup for darker skin. Plus authentic Italian leather handbags and shoes. African hair braids. Vernon Street.
Ayen apia the red wa be dictor Abur abugule ko je pan bor ni information ci be ji yen wo ku ka wo so Sudanese community ka yugo monja tana nan ko ping ya da ka ci monja ko ping to monja so they can benefit from this program to provide it is good thing can yen ke all information you can gam free ci man ci ne yen wo could that information ga mena ga men ga any real to tell and to lu and thin fa kene ay ci yen work for free now kene ñu ala nda ga yen way ko anong han to ga tin ko anong ka lu ga to no wo ku ga lu ga bi gam free ga chen ga kor pur ke because this information I had to get chan yen alumen ku ba assume ka yin rabala la join kula lwel kana ta da ci yin la or kana ci right fa kana ci wakin le Dr. Abur chan ja ben man tay ku cha invitation da jagam ci wakin le and also we are still looking forward bugu in ba bay chen tada on other topics for example human areas ne cha touch math or kinin jam tin red kere mental health a very important area of your research in case of the community work in general. Community work actually in very narrow, as some other people may see it. Actually very narrow, very vast indeed. For kene, actually working late, we quite ko. What you go? Kukacha lwel na chimane it's not business as usual. Chanan ci gaw ne ku ke gawen akwa department ga ke babi yo late jalgan ne ci ko ni lel ba da cha be lel ka ja ci ke ba ya no kan kan a ce ga ba lel man ka ya ba ke ma jakel fa ya tem ba ga ber we ga gam kulu ga gam ya yin ci te no ku yo no
Yeah,
ku
yeah.
ku
Mashakal
ya too
wallahi.
much and love by disappointing. Sorry, just calm down. We know you want to go, and we need you to go and have a rest. But they called me. It's not business as usual. For en ga chi walk ben late. Ni cool. En ga chok the Dr. Abur very busy. Kind of services can Louis and Gatin. En ga kin walk ben at 6:30. Be walk ben after 7. For we koi ko. Yaka ya ngadi when walk. Yaka ya patient when walk yugun yar ko wo ye kota in leadership yugun yar bu kriye ben bu ya tem bu bay to the focal point to bu bay kon to ku bi jal blor na wo wa dia nyin ben nge ke de ala yobe to ko nge ke de yobe to en ke chok de na la jam en ran ni ko len randu non ko ko ka ni ye te no bine to tin chan word of mouth ki lwel ko to en ke cha da red so advice ala wo to look after one another is very important, is well taken. In case of the right or responsibility, it's something that even I discuss one Dr. Charles Kalua in ban my PhD by Loithin, all community education. Because Chanien in kaki chimi for yok by it when the debate for yok by it yeah right in kay loom very important when kay University Sudan yok in fact Iran really right there. But a chino marana ka responsibility chimane you work citizenship you work a queen by it ka ga yenin ke dia right responsibility and privileges you need to understand these kind of things I interlink a chin kullu be kan warn but kullu be kan warning ga dia okay your responsibility chanien kiyerio allu be cher ki chera anti yok but in the end it will come back a bibin yok kind of thing. So can you get your responsibility in can look number one. For thank you for that advice, and we will take that into on board. We call for what they go wabula twing you malad ben day 9 can work the doctors actually ya fit you marba so cake ben you malad could be cake ben at the same area the treatment kuyen so yen can anyar can be interactive to now walk me how to be walk but can anong ko korba ya ti ko ba dil ti na nong ko ba pio ko ba pio can nan be jam ya de my experience can I going through gen in kai chan ta de chena e chen cha different one ko ko chan ya pinga le la ko nyai chen ko cham test ay nyai but man ye ko wat ye ko ye ye cái ye ko kur dia ga yo a kin sense of smell good sense of taste a kin ga nyai to ngen so ka abu ka bi dia ka kwani ko ki one word the doctors yo malat day 9 for you stay tuned in a chule bu ga bay yo marba I are busy through ko ka la to ke ki ala to ita tier go to or ita the one so kin a che ya fit ye kol chir kin jen ga chi wa kalar yo malat en ke chok de chi ko ben nin pe ngare chi ko ben dictor ma jak chok ko ke research in the area of the virus or of bacteria er chi ko ben ke chok but time then akirot allowed ke what the doctors have ya diak so yen please stay tuned the tb the board community what ka abu ben yamalat we cha ke le we ko ne ping chi we ping ko ben chi we ben yeah da I try my best chan ba dira diel ne tv to be program de ge chat chiman yi wo ken lo ne ta ka dia so nyale jabe to kan we ku dictor bura chukule ku chukule martin kwa pin kwa ga dia nyale jabe to kan we na
Where Guar Majunga, Yamayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Ayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Yamayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Ayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Yamayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Yamayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Ayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Yamayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Yamayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Ayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Yamayumulal, where Guar Majunga, Yamayumulal.
which about most recorded around the world and upon my charging road can we must keep on Melbourne in a capital of diaspora we barga most of America we barga most of Canada kuma do we cotton Europe cotton Geneva Sudan kujela East Africa barnami da ne kula to kana dictor Abur bu later rate kan wan mas garan kwal jongror yen pandemic and you discuss the TV jene the three angles kukulunga alang tien jamtin ne banga pandemic work ne bor community work wala nga health mak ngare office atokana work ku health office en kato denga bol en kato antin denga bol loet ku jela denga maler ajuk atatin ku jela kokok members ken ni state ko ke jam katin war koka ake jam ne bang you were affected de ken work room denga maler nyaka specialization de ye na tong dan Sudan war ka tamarji ku tamarji de pana yere ke ba tong ne kana tamarji ba ya tamarji mu degree ta tamarji mu masters akanyi ki ko loiran te bejran ke kai walwom ke kai de brand bia feeling de ke kai ni red manaka ji jam red wa ne area den ko lela we chakro cha ke wal esefla ko sefla side effect era loila ku kera loila en ke chok lo ne teoria de ku lela yen wal na yin ke kalan ke brio ki go e kenelo wale sef en ke chok a jam de ku lela we na chi ke ka bi disadvantage to do no loy kunyi ku waya kimto ay lel ku ran ken yen ka bijala rir bai ku ko ci ke ka bi ala tan loy kana bra gol pe ne tier ku to ke chen we ku waya bakuk even though you ku citizen ku waya bakuk na jalina yok le imbrir bai kuran ci ka bi ben ku lon duori ya ga ten ku man chen lon duori ya ga ka kun ka bagal loyrat pa ne cheng a ci ber chat pin bilat ko ci ka ber chat pin ku ji chow tr loy for good en die ku waya bakuk buo wumia en ka chok yen ya wal bin kene e ben ke ci pin rota ret mane jal ben wayi ci mane aran jamon we ke da aranda to be no me kon jira diel man an ke jamon we ko kana to ya ku bai tok my family ake affected a rate kuran bana karot amana ga lel mana kiran ban ci dil ping bin to kan walk ku kay bin kan ku way whole family kana to ya kok ne maktam bur community ya jam ne banga loy bi londu ya affected de kuna ci londu riya ke pi du ci riya de kana ci ka jamtin na loko ben ran ci dictor burman ne jame ne banga covid 19 ke den jemantin ay service ke gam man to ko je covid bay ke service ke gam ke te bayin service aka te hila da ne ni chorin windam bele ato junubi windam organization e cho junubi windam organization na ja bay ka yo ke in to lockdown alle bi shopping de dilo ku yo yin pandu telefona to na kar ke yen de row a che windam bele to Malton yeda ku ker Malton a che CMY ku ker Malton ku kene kada wadia organization da ku way junubin wadia ku ka ci dictor bura ci lel ku le organization ka lel wo wajitin we wajit aju jaret ka wo ci kitchen ka fundit lekin a jël ko kor be service bi dila ton ka ci man taw wo en ka ko kor ku tan we fa police na bay ke yo ke ab shopping do bi loy kër sukulia wala lockdown mendu ku ci laptop de ci riya ka go laptop kin yo organization gëna abi kor laptop abi kor iPad organization na kadia kuton bang east ku kuton bang west kuton bang west kuton bang east yen ya de CMY in kato bang idan no kan spring bell ya like kai city we ko ping ba long ti ya de tenke CMY abo kwan ti chen be jidam ko abo kwan ka school tilangan material kol me ndo nyiku to watin man laptop ay wajo wuju jaret ko kada ci lui faalo bi dil koñ akoy ngadi okay yin ba unmute
Elwal McQueen, Father Gato East, and eight of that in other East.
aywa lwal makuni de ngari ko ko mon jang ping lwal makuni de ngari kato ne bang ne east ay cover da ban aga ci springville ay cover da ban aga ci danino kuran kan ko yo yen ku lengu chu wo chen ka jil gwa jotin ti ching in a different area ka je ku lui direct ka chanen karanto ne bang east ka dia ayu ka discuss ko ai community ku service kaka ayu ko lwel radio chen na jama di tora burnia chimana organization cha ke lwel ka ku ran kenen ping please pass information da eton ko ju anyi ko red radio en jama tin kaka bai ko da ke kai li fa ka we ko diang ke ben ka luy ke information we ka pass bi no na ci bi dam ka kalan ko bu way ko even a kin bi dam ka mis ko ko nyo ke ya even yin kulang private mikla du ilang bil dun jeriya ilang fine dun cheni fine ilang ku dun wanin kor beni koñ e kana yin jala tan ke ku jala discuss private ci bera ka da kana yi ga jal yo ku janyu jona ke bi ko ni de yin tilangan kan wanin ne bang financial e kana jala ku du tok ku ka jala private lekin ka ku budil chala ka covet acan kir covet e bere imminent e lazim nin jeriya dur ku in kor shopping ku shopping kana alui ke yin ku ka lui ke yin for free groceries begra oche ache yin kwer ka pin ke ka kwer ke pin kana lu budil wel ku mu community en ka information lu budil gam en ya masula da community ku wayi masuli na community kare diag buwa jamtin kwa ci garan ko la ci wel ne a jala diktor ka jal ku diktor be jal ting ka be jal ben yum lat kwa diktor ka diag ko ka abul tabi bi jan lo ni le na umin kin bi yela kuna umin kin bi yela ko ka mi a bi jam wari en ka cho side effect en ka cho yen yum ye digde ku be benye be ngai ko de na ka dia bi diktor ni mbagare ta bi ka bulwel diktor atem ku jela diktor leng makune ding ko ka abu jam ne wari diktor majak jangut jam war bang yen covid zatu yongu ka diktor ye jal ting zatu benye ja choy covid goro de no ku goro na ku history de ne na ku je ko no de history ku kek zatu ka wal kor ke yima ja ka wal kor ku ka wal wom ay wal e bi ade elon de kra chelon yi ngade chelon yi deng maler ko chelon yi diktor le ke ka ko wal jal char zatu ku ke ka ko wal bebe mane ci jamware wari jarit e bin kene gorade de ya wok ko jo ke a chen jamtin a chan yen be ko kai langa wok be ko kai ra na ye ko gol mane ke chor krer kan woken ka wayen bej ti man taw wok way monjang way ro di cha kuna yugo ro di cha e wong yi wa cha ka ruete alan go bej e bin de ne ben wo guen kala nga bin chal tv e jalo ko langa ci bi tv dama ka ci bin wol dom kwen yillo mo ka ku way baro di cha wadya aka jala gudu bakya a chane la ben wongo wo panda lang piu ju jare ku piu kaka ar wir ka che bakar ku ka wacha dom beler ya ke a wacha dom tiu ke a chane environment rer watinen ka yen be yen ka yen ben tenen ka yi ma jakan ka yi ka jamtin gun ka yi ko woyi e le war ko la china e ben kina la ben tanga li alinda ko way monjang a chui chwer lekin aling china yi ko chweren ka yen ka dom en ka yen le war ko le ka yen ka tamu ko la ben la ben tanga li a chana chweta li ku wok wache chweta li amana ben ta li go a ci way ngadi a ci way dom ben to kur go ina chwer di do cham a ci way dom a chan wache chweta chwer en ka chok ben bay to karwar gu a ci way dom a chan wache chweta karwar lekin wayi ben na chwet ring wong ke beja dile damala a chan lang ben to wong go ke ya kurba le ten ke yi cham e yen bej piu yi ka de ay yen bej environment to intin ay yen bej le nyala jare ko way bor galam ko acu ko chorto ka pet ke ya chiel le ben aya le to kan wo le ki ruon ter ware liu mane gon ta ke le ka ai hon korpi ku kai mis ko kalwel a che ka waja yu ko kor we cha le jarit we mit bor we cha le jarit we monjang we cha le jarit we koping nalit kana wek. God bless monjang.